So I'm applauding you guys for clicking on this video today. So I started watching Game of Thrones again, and I didn't watch it before, and not because I wasn't trying to be that guy that didn't like the movie or thought the thing was trash, or like I don't get why you guys are buying into the hype or this kind of things. No, 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 no. The reason why I didn't watch Game of Thrones at an earlier time was because I was actually like watching another show at the time, and I didn't want to divide my attention, so I only watched the season one. And the highlight of season one being that everybody was suffering because the queen and her brother were busy doing the nasty and they wanted to keep it a secret. But recently, by some twist of fate, my friends and I were having a conversation. And you know how all these things go, like boys having conversations and stuff like that. The boys and stuff like that. So one thing led to another, and Game of Thrones became the topic. And yes, because of the memes I've seen and the little clips I've seen about the show, I could relate. But I couldn't really talk much on the matter because I didn't really know the characters. I barely even knew their names, Seth. So I couldn't really like talk much about it. And because I did not want to be exposed as a fraud in front of my guys, because I actually say yes, I've also watched the show too. As they were saying things, I was like, yeah, bro, yep, what you're saying is true. Yes, yes, this definitely happened. Oh, that was terrible. You get, that's all I could do because I didn't want to be exposed as a fraud. And it was not really nice at the end of the day, but my interest was actually heightened and I wanted to know what was going on in the movie. So, because of peer pressure, I decided to watch Game of Thrones. So now I'm currently on the third season of the series, and I have to confess, the show has been amazing so far. Like, it has been an amazing ride, it has been incredible. It's full of suspense, betrayals, backstabbing, front stabbing, side stabbings, loving, and of course, unclad butt cheeks. Like, there were butt cheeks all over the screen, like so many butt cheeks. There are many beautiful characters with such interesting and rich stories that it's hard for me to like just focus on only one. And with so many amazing characters, they have like I'll be able to like arrange them in different levels. Like, these are the ones I love, these are the ones I like, these are the ones that I respect, these are the ones that I just don't like, and these are the ones that I just hate. Like, it's done. I hate you guys. And I have to give props to the actors because they really brought all these characters to life. So a round of applause for the amazing actors on the Game of Thrones. And forgive me because I will not be using their names properly. In fact, I've even decided to give them my own little nicknames, even though they might not be perfect, but you will know who they are. Just you will know who they are. And even though I might call some names, just forgive me for not using their names. So one of my best characters in the series is actually Granddaddy Lannister. Because from season one to season three, I think like I just love the way I love the guy, the way he talks, the way he walks, the way he behaves, like the way everybody just looks scared of him. Even that bitch boy Joffrey. I like the way Daddy Lannister just handles the boy and it's amazing. But Joffrey and Daddy Lannister will not be the ones I'll be talking about today. That will be another time. Depending on how you guys react to this movie, depending on how you guys like, drop it in the comments below if you want me to continue on this Game of Thrones subject. You know what I'm saying? The person I'll be talking about today is none other than the beautiful and lovely Sansa Stark, or as I like to call her, the unlucky Ginger. Now, at first, when I saw Sansa, I was like, the only redhead in her family. Sheesh. She's going to be very important. Like, this is just giving off main character energy right here. Like, I was thinking that she's going to be like the real OP one. But whoo, I was wrong. Like, I was really wrong. She had the worst timing for everything. Like, when her dad didn't want to be king, she was already like, no, she's in love with Joffrey after meeting the guy for like one day. And even after that, the Stark decides to be the hand of the king. The dire wolf that she has was killed because Joffrey had an argument with her sister, and because he's the king's son, the wolf had to go. And I thought at the end of this, she would just fade into like a side character because I mean, at this point, it was more about Robert and the King's Landing and the men in King's Landing and stuff like that. But no, even after her dad gets like called a traitor and stuff like that, and they were planning on executing the guy, she goes to beg with Joffrey to like let the father live. But Joffrey kills the girl, and not only but Joffrey kills the dad, I mean to say. And not only kills the dad, he decides to bring her out to look at her dad from a very high point of view, if you know what I'm talking about. So the poor girl, after some time, meets up with Brother Lover, and Brother Lover tells her that she has to start bearing Joffrey kids very soon. In fact, as soon as she flowers. So every day, Sansa has been worried that the day she flowers is the day that Joffrey is going to rip her clothes out and do the unspeakable. So the day finally comes when she flowers and she starts crying. But thankfully, Shay, the daddy lion lover, was there and decides to help her cover up, the mess, hide her stain and her flower from the world. But like I said earlier, she's the unluckiest ginger, and her crimes of being the only ginger in the Star family came to bite her in the ass because her handmaid walks in and sees this. But get this, if you are the handmaid of a certain royal lady, you are supposed to be loyal to that lady. But unfortunately, that's not how it works in King's Landing because the handmaid proceeds to run out of the room all the way to meet daddy, as a daddy, brother lover, and tell her that yo, Sansa has finally flowered. And that to me was just crazy. And that was when I thought that, yo, it couldn't get worse for Sansa at this point. Like, the writers are just out here to just, end you. But we get a ray of hope, though, when the Golden Girl decides to marry Joffrey. And I'm not going to let the Golden Rose Girl is actually, she's fine. Like, she fine. And Sansa is no longer like the bride to Joffrey. And, but just don't get excited yet. I was excited too until, well, what went down. So Granddaddy Lion decides that in order for them to be able to control both sides, both Winterfell and also have control over Golden Rose, they were going to have to marry into the family. So poor Sansa decides to be was later taken to be married off to Daddy Lion, and Daddy Lion was not happy about it because he already in love with Shay, and he didn't like that at all. And Sansa, well, was actually offered an opportunity by Littlefinger that she could actually run away with him when he was leaving the King's Landing. That he just hide her in the ship and take her to meet her mom because that was the best route. But because Sansa is the most unluckiest of all, I don't know how someone can be this unlucky. Just get this. Like, Littlefinger presents the plan. It's not even up to a week. It's not even up to 3 days. The plan is already destroyed because Littlefinger's companion, I don't even know her name. Of that one is another unfortunate character, to be honest. Then Shay and let me say Sansa and should I say the Golden Rose girl. Look, all of them just work together to shoot themselves in the leg. Well, apart from the Golden Rose girl, she's fine. Sansa ends up feeling something for what's the boy's name? Sword Swallower. And Sword Swallower now he's not really interested, but okay, he has to fulfill his duty as a man. Sansa now is enticed by the idea of finally leaving King's Landing to be someone else's bride. But it turns out that due to the plans that my granddaddy Lannister had, it didn't work out. And Shay now that was thinking to help Sansa escape now, her man was literally taken away to be married to the girl that she's actually attending to. That is just savagery at its highest form. And we thank God that at least uh, Daddy Lion is not actually a bad person, and I'm calling him Daddy Lion because he's obviously daddy at this point. Like the guy is actually a good guy. He's a gentleman. I'll use that term for him. He didn't actually harass the girl. At least from this season three I've been watching so far, he didn't do anything like that. Everything has been going well so far. Although until the news dropped that her brother and her mom were killed. Like, there were no breaks for this girl in this series at all. Like, they were just out to get this girl, and I feel sad for her to be honest. But at the same time, it's actually funny because how unfortunate can a person be in a movie? Like, come on, let's be serious here. But it's actually just very funny, and should I say I don't know. I feel for her to be honest. I just feel pity for her, and I'm very sure that's what we are meant to feel for her pity. But I feel like she walked into this by herself, like all excited and everything to be Joffrey's bride, and from being Joffrey's bride, it became Joffrey's bitch. I don't. I just feel for her. So with that, I have to say yes. The Sansa Stark story it might still continue because I'm still currently on season three right now. It might still continue, and there are a lot of characters that I also like to cover as well. So tell me in the comments below if you want me to touch on any other characters. If you want us to like discuss these characters, and definitely we can talk about them. So yo, you know what to do. Like, you subscribe, you leave a comment, you help the boy. You know what I'm saying. And I like the fact that doing all these videos now, and they're actually incredible. So take good care of yourself and have a lovely day.